So Womanpropaganda and Brilliant Live had an encounter with a fat guy, right? And the fat guy smacked Propaganda up across the head. Smacked him up across the head. It was a huge thing, huge story. We're gonna watch the video right now. We're gonna see sides from both stories, what actually happened, the misunderstanding that people had about this, and my personal opinions about this, because I've talked back and forth with Woman a little bit. There's some things I'm gonna say he's not gonna like. There's some things I feel like people are kind of lying about and being too harsh on him about. So let's go.
So about last night.
Crazy. I want it. We have plenty at home. Are you? I'm proud. Does Israel deserve a border? You gave him a ticket.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it's a hefty smack. The dude's bigger, right? Hefty smack. I'm gonna give my opinion after the video though.
It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. A lot of people have been seeing what happened shortly after we left the event last night, which has been received with some praise, a lot of criticism, and
yeah, a lot, dude. You underestimate when you see a lot of criticism. It was a dude. Most of the comment sections are about him getting smacked up.
Thought I would get on here and clear the air as to what actually happened. So me and Hayden, Woman Propaganda, we had been sat at the same table. We had been hanging out the whole night, and we were leaving the event. Great event, by the way. Shout out to New York Young Republicans. But yeah.
No, okay. I'll rant a little bit about the New York Young Republicans. I mean, what are we really conserving? What are we conservatives anymore? I think that was a YouTube sub, but like, hit the subscribe button. But what are we conserving anymore? What about us is conservative? We're letting OnlyFans models in the event, right? Like, what are we conserving? We're not conservative anymore. We're at this point, conservatism is a joke. It's like liberals with guns. It's like liberals who can act a slight bit normal. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me. Because why are we allowing OnlyFans models there? They have OnlyFans. They are a fucking whore. They're there to not get with other influencers. Maybe they do. They're there. They're literally going to take photos of other influencers to promote their OnlyFans and their brand. Dumbass hoes. These dumbass hoes. These fucking stupid bitches. These stupid 304, stupid hoes. So it's a joke at this point. It's a joke. We're not conserving anymore.
Yeah, the whole time at the event, there were not like protesters, but there were like news people outside the event, like left-wing news people. And I know this because when I first got there, I was outside and saw them like accosting people. I guess the New York Young Republicans invited a dude from AFD, because there was a bunch of like right-wing parties from Europe there, and I guess that upset some.
Yeah, the whole thing of like we're Nazis and stuff, yeah, that shit don't work anymore. Those little games don't work on us anymore, bro. Those little tactics don't work on us because we just double down and we just go, bro, that don't work on me no more. And I'm not going to sit here and explain, here's why I'm not racist. No, I'm just going to double down on this. Yeah, you want to call me now? Okay, I am that.
Like, you know, left wing. And we had said in the event, like, oh, dude, we should like go with them. Like, we should go with reporters because that's funny. And we make content. We're content creators. We're not like serious political actors. And so we get outside to leave.
I mean, yeah, your content is like satirical a little bit, but there is like a political message you believe in behind it.
The event unfolding at the same time, one of those people, one of these like left-wing whatever, this like gay like theater kid had shown up in like a very poorly
yeah, it's cringe, bro. This stuff's cringe.
Put together Nazi
so cringe.
Uniform, trying to get into the event. I guess in his mind he wanted to go into the event, then like salute the AFD guy, as to say this man is a Nazi. I don't know. I'm not in that world of like theatrics, but the event had like really tight security, so the guy was thrown out. Like it didn't even make it past the front doors. As we are walking out,
yeah, you don't see people talk about that. The dude that had that got his thrown out.
That individual, the gay, he's getting thrown out, and so now he's on the street, and his like team of people with cameras or whatever, they're following him, and now they're filming on the street. And I guess he goes into plan B, which is to start yelling on the street.
Crazy.
So he starts yelling on the street like, they're Nazis, the Republican Party's Nazis, blah, 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 blah. And so me and Hayden see this, and like the chuds that we are, we were like, dude, this is the perfect moment. We have to go with this guy. So I start filming Hayden. Hayden walks up forward. So he goes up and he just starts saying to the gay, he just starts going,
well, I don't know why you blurted it out, but he starts saying, beta male, you're a bitch, you're a beta male, fuck you, like,
and like, he's just like heckling him. Like the guy's trying to do this in passion.
And it's kind of hilarious. He said all that, you're a beta male, and then he got smacked up and ran away.
speech where he's like the young Republicans, they're Nazis, and this is the rise of fascism, and he's just heckling like the fucking guy. So much so that the guy like just gives up, like he kind of just stops. But what happened was the gay took off his swastika armband that he made this like cotton swastika armband, and I guess he was trying to like be like, oh look, these guys are Nazis, I'm gonna give him this swastika armband.
Yeah, but that doesn't work. It doesn't really work on these guys. These guys are like, you know, a lot of their, I'm not saying their content is just shock jock, but it's shocking. It's shocking content. At the end of the day, whether they're serious or not, it's shocking content. They make content where they said we're bringing back, fuck you, like, you know what I mean? They don't give a fuck. These are the wrong people to give it to.
Nazi, take this.
So glad they say, yeah, I'm a Nazi. I got these at home.
Hayden was like, thank you, and took the swastika armband. The slap happened because while all of this was occurring, an individual named Kevin Smith, really nice guy, we ended up meeting him afterwards.
This is the guy that smacked him up.
He had heard inside from security that something was going on outside. And so Kevin comes out, and I understand what happened. From his perspective, Kevin comes out, he sees these three people on the street. One of them is holding a Nazi swastika like armband, screaming, borders are racist, borders are racist.
Yeah, so yeah, the guy came out and he thinks he thinks Hayden's a left-wing protester. That's from his perspective.
Borders for presumably not knowing that Hayden was mocking the gay dude. And so Kevin, who I guess had a bit to drink, comes up and smacks.
Yeah, and I don't even think Kevin's like security.
Hayden, thinking that Hayden was a left-wing protester. We walked away because neither Hayden and I had been drinking, and people have been drinking at the event. Like, we don't want to go to jail for assault. I see people in the comments being like, oh, well, Hayden should have smacked them back. And then what, go to
Okay, I'll address that, because I disagree strongly.
Like, we're in Manhattan. We're not in the fucking jungle. Like, we're all going to go to jail for what? Views? For aura? That's retarded. People are saying that like we were Groyper generals, that like we ran away.
Yeah, that one was retarded. People are saying that they're Groyper generals and like they ran to Nick. This is Nick Fuentes derangement syndrome 101. Like, this is classic example.
And Nick Fuentes. Here's the thing. We start walking away from him getting hit. I like pick up Hayden because Hayden got hit by this guy. The Kevin dude's a stout. He's a sturdy.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Hayden, I don't know how much he weighs, but doesn't look like he weighs that much.
We start walking away to just get our Uber. Completely unrelated to the situation. Was not involved at all. Nicholas J. Fuentes just happens to be on the street.
And this is verifiable. He's not lying when he says this, because in Sneako's vlog, you see them come up and go, oh, what the fuck? I didn't know you were here, because they don't know.
Like, you not just happened to be there. We walk over, literally we're like stumbling, like getting away from all the nonsense, look up, and there's Nick Fuentes and Sneeko, like right, we legitimately thought we were hallucinating. And Nick was a super cool guy, and we
forgot the ass photo,
took his hand and whatever. And then I think he said to Hayden, like, are you okay? Because Hayden looked like visibly, he had just been smacked, and we were like, dude, what the fuck? And then, yeah, we got in our Uber and left, and the footage like immediately went up. It's actually funny because like shortly after, the Kevin guy, because I reached out to the YR because I know people in the organization. I was like, hey, what the was that? And I guess word like traveled throughout the after party. Kevin Herds, he got my number from somebody, and he called, and the dude was like, I'm so sorry. I thought Hayden was a left-wing guy. Like, come down to the bar. I'll buy you whatever you want. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it was a misunderstanding. I'll give him that.
And he was a really nice guy.
But I still got a bone to pick, right?
And like, it turned out to be a really cool dude. But that's what happened, basically, in a nutshell. Insane evening. I will say, I'm glad that was the peak of political violence that occurred that evening, was a gentleman mistakenly slapping Hayden. It could have been a lot worse. Things have been crazy out there these days. So let's all be happy that was the peak of the political violence. But yeah, Hayden and I are not like directly, we're not Groyper generals. I'd love to be. I don't know where
this is just Fuentes derangement syndrome, bro.
Like, sign up for that. Hopefully this event maybe actually has recruited us to be so. But no, basically every political actor in this event was entirely unrelated to each other. It was the weirdest set of like coincidences. And to the gay out there. I can appreciate the passion behind your performance. I think he seemed like he's like a theater major. You know the type. He really put his all into it. Like I will say. Sadly, instead of like meeting serious political actors to like have a dialogue with, he met two chuds from Instagram. So maybe next time.
Okay, what's my bone to pick? It's a misunderstanding. It didn't mean to happen, and this, and that. Okay, here's my bone to pick, right? With Hayden. I love Hayden. Makes great content, great work. Very funny guy, very charismatic guy, very entertaining guy. But to take a smack like that and then, and not expect it. I expect this type of behavior from people on the street when I fuck with them. Because I've had this happen before. When I fuck with people try to fight me. So I generally expect this behavior. And, you know, he's a lighter guy. He used to be super buff. He went on stream earlier today and said that I didn't even think about this stuff. You're supposed to think about this stuff. You're going to make controversial content. It's going to rile up people and make them want to kill you and smack you. Obviously, this was a misunderstanding, but if this guy literally did not like you and wanted to harm you, you can't just get and then walk away. There's gonna be some situations where you cannot walk away and you're forced to defend yourself. So he's got to learn how to defend himself. Get back in the gym. Get if he doesn't want to build muscle, he's got to go learn to fight. Get some boxing lessons. Get some spars in. Redeem himself. And like I expected this. You know, I expect this when I make this type of content. I expect this type of behavior from people, because people are gonna obviously not like me. They're gonna want to smack me and punch me and shoot me and all this. So I think ahead of time, I'm okay, let me get strapped up. Let me go get some fighting experience. You should have, for him to say, I didn't even think about this. Well, yeah, you are supposed to think about these things. Well, yeah, you are supposed to think about, there's people are going to try to harm me because of the things I do and I say, you know, the controversial things I do, the unpopular things I do. You are supposed to think about this and say, hey, maybe I should go get some fighting experience. Hey, maybe I should go get strapped up, right? Go get strapped up. I feel like this ignorance kind of makes me a little upset, because I feel like these are things he should have thought of beforehand, right? What's up, Balthier? But yeah, I feel like these are, let me play the music. I feel like these are things he should have thought of beforehand. He should have said, hey, I make controversial content. People are going to want to fight me. People are going to confront me. I better get used to this. So let's go get some fighting experience. Whatever it may be. Fight your buddies, spar your gym mates, get in the gym. Even if it's not building muscle, get some experience with the sport. Take a fighting sport. You don't need to be a good boxer or striker. You can just grapple people. Some people will rely on legs and grappling and elbows, you know, Muay Thai. You can just do that. You don't even have to be a good striker. Find where you dominate. Do you dominate on the ground? Do you dominate grappling? Do you dominate boxing? I dominate at the striking. That's where I shine the best, right? So that's my go-to. I'm not going to start grappling with someone. I mean, these are things you got to think of beforehand. Before you do something like this, you got to think of this stuff beforehand. You got to get fighting experience. You got to get experience with confrontation. You got to get experience with all of this. And this is not me shitting on Hayden. This is me being kind to Hayden. I'm being kind to him. I'm not shitting on him, because I could easily shit on him and be like, you pussy. You're a bitch. You got smacked up and you walked like a pussy, and I could say all this and say you're a fucking pussy groiper general and you suck Nick Fuentes' cock and blah blah blah, like all these retards are saying. I could say this easily, but out of kindness and respect for Hayden, I gotta say, Hayden, you can't just expect to be able to walk away from fight situations like that. There's gonna be situations where you can't, right? And then you're really and you can't, and for him to say, I didn't even think about this stuff, that this stuff was like, you know, no, you better think about this stuff. Build a good frame, get some good fighting experience, and then be prepared. If I'm fighting with people in public, I'm going to expect them to fight me. So I'm going to be alert. I'm going to be alert. You know what I mean? Because it's not like the internet. You know what I mean? When it comes to the internet, when it comes to the people on the internet, obviously not going to punch you through the screen. Maybe they'll try to find out where you live and shit. But when it comes to the street, people are way quicker to sock you and try to shove you and get in your face. They're way quicker to do that. Content maker. Yeah, he's doing great. I love him. He'll clap back from this. He'll definitely clap back. I mean, bro, he'll gain the aura back. He'll get back. Just get some experience in the gym. Get some fighting experience. Go train with Tate in Romania, bro. Go join the war room. Kidding, don't do that. But yeah, it's just simple. Like, if you're gonna make controversial content, you're gonna be a controversial person, you're gonna be a person that a lot of people aren't going to like, just expect people to fight you. Just expect people, yeah, people are gonna want to fight. Obviously, don't go out of your way to just fight everyone. That's stupid. But in this situation, you could claim self-defense, because the guy smacked you. I don't even think the guy was security. I think he was a guy that was there. So you could easily claim self-defense here and say, hey, I fought him because it was self-defense. He smacked me and I reacted like, oh, shit, I gotta defend myself, you know? So you could easily claim that. So the whole, oh, he would have gotten sued and maybe arrested. Well, if he did, you could probably claim, yeah, this is self-defense. I got smacked, bro. And even if the guy was security, I didn't know he was security. I thought he was a random dude, you know? Because, you know, obviously try not to get into fights, but you're gonna get into fights sometimes. People are gonna sucker punch you and smack you. At that point, you gotta defend yourself. Because not every time, they're not gonna let you walk away every time. Some dude's gonna try to chase you. You're lucky that guy was big as f. Imagine that guy was ripped. Imagine that guy had an actual good physique. He would have come running after your ass, bro. Imagine if he drank more. When he came after your ass, bro. We would have tried to slam you. If he slams you, then you're on the ground. You know, you gotta think about, dude. You gotta think about. I've done my fair share of trolling in public and stuff. And yeah, I expect people to assault me when I with them in public. Yeah, I expect this, okay? I've done my fair share. I'll show a video right now, me with a drunk guy, right? I'll show it right now. Just give me 1 second. Cowboy came in playing Counter-Strike. Yeah, I mean, he always plays Counter-Strike. I tried to, I got the videos, but I tried to talk to him when he was playing Counter-Strike, but he just doesn't really respond too much, you know what I mean? Kind of silent. I know I kind of went on like a little rant there, but these are things he's got to think about. Now, there's a second video where we clean the drink off my buddy's car, and then we run it back. All right, run that shit back. Also, if you would like access to this video at any time, my content archive is always available. Pull into the street, and it's a dead end. Dead end. He gets in his car with his buddies. It's a fucking dead end. I'm thinking we're he's gonna come. They're all gonna jump us, right? After we just said, you want to suck my dick, buddy? You come suck my dick for $10. I'm like, I'm about to get jumped and my ass whooped, maybe stabbed. Like I'm. Ooh, they didn't follow. They didn't even give enough. They probably knew we were just some teenagers, right? But you gotta think about this stuff. If you're fucking with people in public, they're probably drinking, they're probably doing drugs. Who knows? You gotta expect the violence. You know what I mean? You gotta expect people are gonna want to react violently. If you're going up to someone and saying, "Hey, fuck you," like you suck my dick for $10, come suck this shit. But yeah, they're gonna try to fight you. It's pretty obvious, man. There's this other time where I was at a grocery store and I was just with people at the grocery store. My buddies, it was like we were in high school, and when we were with people, my buddies walk by this dude, and I see he's like getting beer. He doesn't look very happy, so I'm like, okay, let me go find this guy. He doesn't look very happy. I walk by him and I say, hey, do you want to sign a petition? He's like, no, I'm good, man. I'm like, but you're hella cute though. But like, you're kind of cute. I can't lie, you're kind of sexy. I start like being kind of gay towards him, and this takes his beer, slams it as hard as he can in his cart, whips his cart around, and he starts charging at me. He's like, hey, are you serious? You want to start this shit with me? I'm like, let me get the away from this. Like, you know what I mean? He's trying to fight me, and I run away with my buddies, and he's still following us. So what we do, as loud as we can, we go, help, help, help us, help. Through the whole store, bro. Through the whole fucking store, nigga. Call me a pussy. I don't give a fuck, man. We were just trying to fuck with him and get a reaction, so I don't give a shit. And I'm not trying to fight an old ass dude. So yeah, and then he turns the other way and leaves. Because from his perspective, it looks terrible. He's chasing after these kids. It looks awful. From his perspective, awful. He walks the other way. But it was hilarious. It was so funny. That was so funny. That's hilarious. But yeah, but when you do this shit, like I didn't have fighting experience at the time really. I had like little to none. But when you do this shit, I expect people are gonna try to throw shit at you, fight you. Like they're easily pissed off when it comes to being in public. They're very easily pissed off. I used to with people during COVID times. I would go to my buddies at Kroger, we get the GoPro on, and we were big fans of Frank Hassel, so we were very inspired by him. And a lot of my trolling is very inspired by him. You can obviously tell if you watch his content before. I'm at the Kroger store and I'm recording. I'm walking up to like old people, like fat dudes, and I'm like, you need to put your fucking mask on, buddy. We need to pound the curve, buddy. You need to put your fucking mask on, buddy. And they were freaking out on me, like, get the fuck away from me. I don't give a fuck about wearing a mask later. Freaking out on me. It was so funny. Funniest shit ever. And I think the funniest thing that happened is when we left the store, because we didn't provoke them too much. Like when they would freak out on us, then we would we would go away. I didn't have that much balls to just like provoke random strangers, you know what I mean? But like Frank does. And when we walk out the door, me and my buddies, we yell as loud as possible, I love sucking dick, or something like that. Like something really fucking gay. We're in high school. That shit was funny to us, right? Something incredibly gay. And we yelled that to him, or throughout the store, basically. And I remember this mom with like a bunch of kids was walking out of the store as we did that. And she got really mad at us. She was like, way to go, guys. You said that in front of a bunch of kids. And my buddy, he says, I don't give a fuck. He starts yelling at her. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. He's like yelling at the top of his lungs, bro. He's like, oh, fuck. Okay, one more. I have one more story. This was really bad. I have this other story where we're doing the petition thing. We were getting people to sign this fake petition. And as we're leaving the store, I start scream at the top of my lungs as loud as I possibly could, like hands cupped like this. Help! Help me! Help! Help! Help me! Help! And then we bolted out the store. We bolted out the store. And we get into my buddy's truck. And near everyone in the store floods out of the store. And they're looking around like, what the just happened? Like they think someone's getting like raped or like murdered. They're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And we book it out of there. We're like, go, go, go. Get the out, go. Oh my God, dude, we're really lucky we never got caught because they could have caught us, bro. They could have easily got our plate. We're really lucky, bro. We're really lucky. This happened in GTA, obviously. All this that I just told you, this happened in Minecraft. Thank you for that was some fucked up shit I've done in my life. Some fucked up shit I've done. Crazy. It was in game, guys. I didn't do that in real life. Okay, but wrap up the whole woman propaganda thing. If you're gonna do shit like that, where you're heckling people and you're antagonizing people, yeah, they're gonna throw punches at you, dude. And you better be prepared. You better be prepared to defend yourself. You better be prepared to pick and choose your battles. Don't just walk out your way. Don't go there and try to pick fights and try to fight people. You know, you'll get jumped. Maybe you'll get. That's when you'll get arrested, when you really go out your way to get into fights. But when someone smacks you, that's self-defense at that point. Yeah, pull out your strap, pull out your get in a fighting stance, shove them back, smack them. That's your key right there. When someone smacks you like that, I understand you didn't see it coming that way, but that's the issue. You didn't see it coming. You were supposed to see that coming. You know what I mean? Antagonizing people in public, especially people at a convention where they're drinking and, you know, I mean, he wasn't antagonizing the guy specifically, but the other guy. And yeah, I get it's a misunderstanding. I really do. I get it's a misunderstanding, and I understand that. And you guys made up, and that's good. I'm glad. You know, you weren't even supposed to be the one who was smacked. You know, you're supposed to be the other guy. But you know, just for future reference, just be prepared to face like that. Like you're gonna get smacked. You're gonna get hit, shoved. You're gonna try to fuck with you. And get some experience. Don't be afraid to throw punches. Don't be afraid to fuck up a bro. Don't be afraid to do that shit, man. You know, you're lucky it's a big fat guy. Very lucky it's a big fat guy. Very lucky. So I did a good job ranting. That was a long segment, bro. Spam a W, my nigga. Spam a W, my nigga. I'm probably gonna do. Yeah, I mean, you know. If you're gonna do that size, and he also lost tons of weight. He was very skinny. Now you gotta put some mass on, bro. A little bit of mass. Get to like 160. Get back to 160. You looked good at 160. Looked at he had a very filled out physique at 160. Get back to that. Get some fighting experience and get a strap. I mean, like, bro. I don't have a cock noise, but get a strap, bro. Get a strap for sure. Because if you're getting jumped, then your fighting experience can only go so far. I mean, there's clips of Noxter defending off 10 people at once. Like Noxter, like he's the G for that. He fought off 10 dudes at once. But Noxter's been fighting since he was little. Like Gypsy's been fighting for a long time. Noxter's also been fighting since he was little. He's my age. I've only been fighting for years, a certain amount of years, right? So the fighting experience can only go so long, depending on how much experience you have. Because lifetime experience, you could probably defend off 10 dudes. When it comes to, you know, like Noxter was able to do that. These guys jumped him. He defended himself. They ran off. But with people with little to no fighting experience, or not too much, like, it can only go so far if you're gonna get your ass beat. So always have a strap. Always have a strap strapped up. And if you don't have your strap on you, then that's where the fighting experience comes in. You know, you want to just make sure you have all this protection. Think of it like you're getting into a relationship, bro, or getting married. You don't want to go through the marriage and just be like, oh, I'm just not gonna get her to sign a prenup. She seems like a good woman, but you never know. The thing is also with this situation, you never know, because he didn't know that was gonna happen. Hayden didn't know that. I don't even think the fat guy was gonna even know he was gonna do that. Where's the evidence? Martial artist trying to help. Yeah, get some martial arts, get a strap. If you can't bring your strap on you, if you forget your strap, you have your martial arts experience. Bang, bang. That's it. Simple as that. And it's good if people try to shank you, people try to jump you, then you have your strap, bro. Because, you know, there's no rules in the street fight, so people are gonna throw shit at you. Who are gonna try to stab you. Who are gonna try to do some kick you in the nuts. People are gonna kick you in the stomach. No, ain't no rules in a street fight, bro. Yeah, obviously no one wants to catch a charge. It's just be prepared. I'm not saying illegally carry a gun. I'm saying get a license. I'm not saying let's just go illegally carry a gun. I'm saying get a license, get some training experience. And if you don't have that strap on you, or you lose it, or someone takes it, or you leave it somewhere, you drop it, and you got your martial art experience, and you're good. And you can at least defend yourself. Maybe you don't win the fight, but maybe you're not going to be really f***ed up. Like you need to go to the hospital type up, right? Like Noxer was good because he's got tons of fighting experience. Fought off 10 street thugs. So always be prepared. You can't go out in public and think you're untouchable. You gotta be prepared. When I fuck with people in public, I expect this behavior, so I'm prepared. Bang. I'm broing him. Spam some W's for that shit. Okay, we'll move on to the next segment. Let's talk with you for a little bit, though. Let's talk with you for a little bit. What are your thoughts on the Hayden situation? Let me know. What do you think? Is he a bitch? Is he cool? Do you still like him? Do you not like him anymore? Do you lost respect for him? What is it? Just shooting here. I mean, bro, better off in jail than dead, really. And I believe in that. Better off in jail than you're dead, because you can get out of jail. You can't get out of the afterlife.